I'm now back at university. I'm in my new house and my new room, so this is going to be the new background for all my future videos. I just can't express to you how much I love studying and how much I love my degree. Every time I think about it, I kind of just get this huge, massive smiley face, and I really think like studying and reading and it's just kind of what I need to do for like a living. Somebody needs to pay me just to go to university because it makes me really, really happy. One of the many things that I love about my degree is because I'm constantly learning, I'm constantly finding new things that I'm just obsessed with and really passionate about. At the moment it's 18th century writing, and not only 18th century writing, but 18th century is kind of like a time period. I'm just obsessed with it. I'm really enjoying looking at 18th century archive, looking at newspapers, advertisements, and the gossip columns. 18th century gossip columns are honestly what I live for. Since being back at university, and in fact I've only been back in York for 3 weeks, I've bought a ridiculous amount of books. Because I was just talking about the 18th century, I'm going to talk about these 3 books first. I bought all 3 books from the Minster Gate bookshop. I think it's called the Minster Gate bookshop. It's the bookshop that is right next to the Minster. It's my favourite bookshop in York and it's really cheap. It's just wonderful if you're a student because it has like a whole section of literary criticism and books about writers and loads of kind of good literary fiction, and it's just an incredible place. I picked up Le Liaison Dangereux because I saw the film Dangerous Liaison and wanted to read the book really badly, and it's about sex and scandal and betrayal, so all of my favourite things. More Flanders because I'm studying Daniel Defoe next week, and More Flanders is such a legendary character that I feel like I can't really study the 18th century without reading More Flanders. And Evelina because it was a Penguin English Library classic, and you know how much I love those. To be honest, I picked up Evelina because I'd actually never heard of the book before, and it's by a female writer, and it centres around the life of a woman, Evelina, in the 18th century, so it sounded like something that I'd really enjoy. Now moving on from the 18th century to contemporary Irish literature, The Sea by John Banville. I've been wanting to read The Sea for such a long time, and I recently saw the trailer of the film, and it really made me want to pick the book up. My original reason for actually wanting to read The Sea was actually because of a comment John Banville made when he won the Man Booker Prize for this novel. In an interview he made a comment basically saying that he was happy that a piece of art had won the Man Booker Prize, and it was such a controversial comment in kind of like the literary circle that I really wanted to read the novel to kind of give my own opinion on this piece of art, apparently to John Banville. It does look incredible. I just need to find some time when I can actually sit back and read a book that is not related to university. The Children Act by Ian McEwan. At first I wasn't really interested in this novel, but then I listened to Juliet Stevenson reading like an abridged version for, is it Book of the Week on BBC Radio, and I just really wanted to read the full novel after that. And finally, Cold Spring Harbour by Richard Yates. Ever since I read Revolutionary Road, I've been desperate to read more of Richard Yates because Revolutionary Road is one of my all-time favourite novels. It's just a complete masterpiece. Cold Spring Harbour is actually really tiny, which is one reason I picked it up, because I wanted a read that I could fit in between my university reading. I bought this from Books for Amnesty in York. It's a beautiful little bookshop, and I'm also giving money to charity, which is a lovely way to buy a book. I get a book and the charity get a little bit of money, so everybody wins. If you've read any of these novels and enjoyed them or not enjoyed them, please let me know. And if you have any recommendations for 18th century writing, not only novels but kind of poetry, drama or political writing or anything really, or pieces of archive or critical essays, please let me know because I really want to read more around the subject of the 18th century.